So I'm going to use a block to help elevate my sit bones as we take this meditative seat. And today's focus of the class is Ganesh. We'll be taking Ganesh Mudra and the mantra as well. So we'll get started with Ganesh Mudra and taking that bear grip. So as you come and interlace your fingers, start to pull away so you can start to feel your own strength into your upper body. So notice that this will also help broaden into your back body as well. Maybe you close your eyes here to begin the class. We'll just start with slow inhales in and out through your nose. So Ganesh is the symbol of wisdom and the remover of obstacles. A lot of the times when we are practicing our yoga, we'll encounter physical obstacles within our body in different poses. And we'll also encounter mental obstacles on our mat as well. So allowing ourselves to fully experience this class, taking note of different challenges that might arise, but then also reminding ourselves here that we have the strength within to move through our challenges with grace and ease. So still acknowledging that the experience is happening, that these poses are happening, or that mental blockages might be popping up. But then it's more about what we are doing with those experiences and how we're responding to them. So continue to sense into your own strength here, even in Ganesh Mudra. We'll take 3 more breaths to inhale in, exhale, to inhale nose, exhale side mouth, and finally inhale nose and exhale sigh out mouth. Release the hands down, release the grip. Inhale, reach your arms up, hands towards heart center. Let's interlace our fingers again and press your palms away from your body. Drop your chin down towards your chest. It's allowing you to find some length into your cervical spine. On your inhale, lift your arms up, lengthen out your side body, maybe even gaze up towards the ceiling. Your exhale, release the hands down next toward your side body. If you had a block underneath, go ahead and remove the block. We'll take a side body stretch. Inhale, reach your arms up. Drop one arm down, let the other arm lean over, bicep by your ear. And maybe you take your gaze up towards the ceiling, or you can gaze down towards the ground. We'll be here for one more full breath. And exhale, switch out sides. Just moving from one side of the body to the other. Really trying to breathe into your side body to create space even in between your rib cage. Come back towards the center, both hands down towards the ground. Walk your hands forward for a seated forward fold. Just allowing yourself to create length into your spine here for a couple breaths. Maybe you want to stay down towards the center or walk your hands towards one side for a side body stretch. So we can acknowledge that different obstacles will pop up in our daily experience. And a lot of the times, our fight or flight response really might prompt us to react to something. But we develop a sense of resiliency on our mats when we are putting ourselves into different poses. It's almost we are developing resiliency muscles to see how our brain and body respond to different physical challenges. Walk your hands opposite direction if you took one side of your body. We'll meet back towards the center. Come all the way back up towards a seated position. Let's take a twist. So allow your lower lumbar and thoracic to create some more space. Continue to sit up tall into your spine. Maybe you gaze towards that right shoulder or left shoulder, whatever direction that you move to. You can also keep your gaze neutral, so you're just allowing your head to move off towards the side. And switch directions. Continuing to show up, acknowledging each pose, what might need to shift in each pose for you to accommodate for yourself. Come back towards the center, then walk yourself towards a tabletop position. So while we're here, let's stretch out our forearms and wrists by taking that left hand down, palm face down, fingers face towards your body. Then maybe you stay right here, or you can shift the hips back a little bit so you get a forearm stretch, wrist stretch. A lot of what we do on a daily basis really recruits the muscles in our forearms. Even in Ganesh Mudra, we use them. Switch the palms out towards your other side. Come back with both palms down towards the ground for tabletop position. Let's take that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And just make some circles either into the wrist or rotator cuff to create some more fluidity. So how we can prep for challenges, especially in our physical body, is to move slow, to move with awareness, to take baby steps in each pose so that each pose builds into the next, so that we're not immediately rushing from one big pose to another. On your exhale, reach that right arm underneath the left. Drop the right head down so right cheek comes down towards the ground. You can use your left hand to continue to prop yourself up. So maybe even feeling a slight twist here into your back body. Take one more full breath. Slowly unwind, reach that right arm all the way back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, drop your hand back down towards the mat. We'll move through a couple rounds of cat-cow before we go towards the other side. Inhale, look up, and exhale, look down. Continue to use your breath for inspiration. And knowing that these movements can be as big or as small as you'd like them to be. And you can add on anything additional that feels really authentic here. Your next breath will meet back towards tabletop in stillness to set up for your other arm. Lift that left arm up now. Again, maybe you want to take some circles into your rotator cuff or wrist. Then on your exhale, sweep that arm underneath, drop the left cheek down towards the ground. We'll continue to be here for just a couple breaths to help prep us for our downward facing dog. It's allowing some flexibility in between your shoulder blades. Take one more breath here. Then unwind, inhale, lift that left arm back up towards the ceiling. And again, we'll meet tabletop position, lower the hand down. Last thing that we'll do before we enter into downward facing dog is we'll move towards a puppy pose first. Knees are gonna stay down, walk those hands forward, drop the forehead down towards the mat. While you're here, if you'd like to add on, bend your elbows, hands into prayer position, top of the thumbs behind your head towards the top of the spine. So different poses will create different sensations in body and mind. Again, taking note of these experiences, knowing that you always have the choice whether or not you want to do them. or change them up as you see fit. That we can show up and remove the obstacles of our experiences ourselves. Release your hands down, tabletop position, rise up. Let's take our first downward facing dog, hips rise up at capital letter V shape. And know that you can always stay in tabletop or in puppy pose instead if you prefer not to take downward facing. You can also come into child's pose throughout this class. Great place to bend one knee at a time and just pedal out your legs. Take one more breath here. And on your exhale, walk your feet all the way up towards your hands. We'll meet into a standing forward fold, hands around opposite elbows. So a lot of what we'll move in today are a couple twists, hip openers. Ganesh Mudra we often see in goddess pose, so we will be taking goddess, a bigger hip opener today. Slowly release the hands down, lift halfway, inhale. Step that left leg back. So immediately starting to warm up into our lower half of the body. Maybe you want to drop the knee down. We'll add on a twist here. Left arm stays down, reach the right arm up. And whatever feels nice to do in that top arm, you can add on some circles again. Knowing that you don't have to remain stagnant in any of your poses that you take, or you can remain still if that feels better on your body today. Take one more breath to lift. Drop your hand down. Walk your hands over towards the left. So we're in a wide-legged position for our forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold down. We'll be here for a couple breaths, really pressing strong into the balls of the feet and using the core for stability to stand upright. Continue to relax the head as much as possible. Breathe softly still. Last breath here. Exhale out. Inhale, lift halfway. We're turning towards the back of the mat to move towards your other leg. Again, that back knee can stay up on the right leg or drop your knee down. We'll take a twist again, right arm down, left arm up this time. So I'll be moving into these lunges and twists, couple rounds, taking these first slow. Last breath here. And exhale, release your top arm down. Again, wide-legged forward fold is where we meet. Walk your hands back over towards the right. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, release. We'll be moving through something quite similar. Again, we'll add on a couple poses. Last breath here in your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands back towards the front of the mat, right knee bends. All right, left arm down, right arm high again. We take our twist. Here's where we add on. Drop your back knee down if you had it lifted. Inhale, sweep both arms up for your low lunge. We'll take a half split. Drop the hands down, straighten through your front leg. An excellent place for blocks if you'd like to grab them to frame that front foot. While you're here into your half split, if you'd like to add on another twist, you can drop that left arm down and reach that right arm up. So you might feel this more in your IT band when you add on the twist. That's definitely my mental challenge when I move and stretch into my IT band. My mind likes to respond to that, sometimes in a not very kind way. Whatever variation you took in your half split, let's shift back forward to find our low lunge. Walk your hands back over, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold down. Not here as long. Inhale, halfway lift again. Walk your hands towards the back of the mat. Left knee bends. Again, you can keep that back knee up or down. We take our twist, right arm down, left arm up. And we'll move towards our low lunge. Drop the back knee if you had it lifted. Inhale, reach your arms up. This is helping to lengthen out our spine to prep for our half split. Drop your hands down, lengthen out your front leg. Again, grab your blocks as needed. Knowing that you can stay in this half split variation or add on another twist, right arm down, left arm up. Last breath here. If you had the twist, drop that hand back down, shift back forward. Move back towards your wide-legged position. We have this sequence one more time. We're going to add on a couple more poses. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk your hands back towards the front. Again, twist again. Left arm down, right arm high. Runner's lunge twist. Drop your back knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. One half split, only one breath. Exhale, lengthen through your leg. Inhale, shift back forward. Lift your arms back up. Here's where we add on. Hands towards the heart center. Left elbow towards the outer edge of your right knee. So this is option one. Option two, you can stay upright in your twist. Toes can be tucked or untucked towards the back foot, whatever provides you more stability to ground down. Last breath here. Unwind your arms. Inhale, reach back up, lengthen out the spine. Exhale, drop your hands down, wide-legged forward fold, come back in. We're gonna add on from here, slight bend at your knees, hands towards the hips, slowly rise all the way up towards a wide-legged standing position. We're moving into goddess pose, turn those feet out, lower the hips down. From here, we'll take Ganesh Mudra again. Feeling that bear grip, feeling our own strength in this more challenging posture. Continue to ground down into your feet. Use your core to stabilize your upper body. Great place to close the eyes. Feel your breath, feel your strength. Just taking in this challenge before we move out. On your next breath, open your eyes if you had them closed. Unleash the arms. Inhale, reach up. Turn those toes back in. Exhale, forward fold, come back down. Halfway lift, inhale. We're moving towards the back of the mat now. Left knee bends. Take your twist first. Right arm down, left arm high, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee. Square off the hips. Inhale, reach your arms up. One breath for your half split. Drop the hands down. Lengthen through that front leg, the left leg. Inhale, shift back forward, back towards your low lunge. Again, same option as before for your twist. You can either take your hands towards your heart center, use the right elbow towards the outer edge of your left knee, or maybe you want to stay upright into your spine to T-shape the arms. So you're still twisting towards that left leg. We'll be here for a couple breaths. Again, still really creating some space into our back. We'll revisit that goddess squat again in just a second. Unwind your arms. Inhale, reach back up. Take a breath. Exhale, drop your hands down. Wide-legged position, walk your hands towards the right. Halfway lift, inhale, slight bend at the knees. Take your hands towards your hips. Slowly rise all the way up. Goddess squat again. Turn the feet out, activating into the hips and the glutes. Again, we go for Ganesh Mudra, the other mudra that starts with a G, and continue to feel the strength into the upper body. If you'd like to experiment with another challenge into the physical body, lift that right heel up. Again, take note how your brain responds to different challenges that you add on. On your exhale, drop your heel down. Maybe try the other side, left heel up. Drop your heel. Maybe you try both heels at the same time. Oh my gosh. Drop your heels. Unwind the arms. Inhale, reach up. Pigeon toe the feet back in, and exhale, forward fold, come back down. All right, that's enough hip openers for now. Lift halfway, inhale. Turn yourself back towards the top of the mat. Step your left leg up to meet the right. We'll move through a couple sun salutations now. Halfway lift, inhale. Step the right leg back. Left leg meets the right, plank pose. Option to keep the knees up or down. Lower down for your chaturanga, all the way towards the belly. We'll move towards our back bend. Inhale, lift for cobra pose. Really working into the back body. Try not to use your arm strength as much. Exhale, lower down. Child's pose, press back. Take a brief second to collect your breath, collect your thoughts. Taking notice of how you're moving through, how you're showing up in today's practice. Continue to use your breath to support yourself. Downward facing dog is where we meet, and knowing that you can stay in tabletop instead. Gaze forward, step that right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot meets the right, forward fold towards the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, standing position, hands towards the heart center. We'll move into something different now. Continuing to move into a different challenge in these postures, just testing things out. Step your left leg back, find high crescent. So back heel is lifted. Always feel free to drop the back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. We'll take what's called water wheel twist. We saw it earlier with our knee down. Open up your body towards that right bent leg. So it looks like T-shaped arms. Option to stay here with the upper body, or maybe you want to drop that right arm down to reach for that back leg and left arm up, just for an extension. Wherever you're at, we're meeting towards warrior two. So right knee's still going to stay bent, T-shaped through the arms. Steady your gaze to steady your body. Reverse your warrior, reach back. And then cartwheel the hands towards side angle pose. So right elbow either towards your inner thigh line with the left arm up. Maybe that right hand comes for a block. But continue to press into your inner thigh line to help open up your hip. Use the chest to twist open towards the ceiling. That top arm can come bicep by the ear as well. And if you'd like to, you can even drop your left knee down for a different variation of side angle. Take one more full breath here. And let's find our way towards lizard lunge. So continuing to move into some hip openers, drop both hands down. Walk that foot more towards the outer edge of your mat, and hands are on the inside of your body. That back knee can stay up, or maybe you want to drop it down. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. While you're here, if you'd like to lower the forearms down as well, feel free. When we hold poses longer, different thoughts might pop up. It's a different type of a challenge. So I know for me, when I move more towards stillness, my mental challenges tend to pop up instead of the physical ones. Maybe for you, it's switched. But again, showing up in full experience of where we're at. Sometimes it's more challenging than others. Whatever you're taking for your lizard lunge, stay for about 1 more breath. We'll meet towards either tabletop or high plank position. Lower down chaturanga, either cobra or upward facing dog to lift the quads. And downward facing dog is where we meet. Again, knowing that you can come into child's pose instead. We have one more side of the body before we're all the way down towards the ground. Gaze forward, walk or hop all the way towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, hands high towards the ceiling, and we'll meet hands towards heart center. Gathering your own inner strength before we move. In your next breath, step the right leg back for your lunge. Hands come up. We'll start to move into our water wheel twist. So start to open your arms up towards that left bent knee. T-shaped arms, chest open. Again, you can stay here or drop that left arm down towards that back leg and exalt the right arm up towards the ceiling. Knowing that you can always drop the back leg down for support. We're moving to find warrior two, so start to pivot the body towards the other side. Still T-shaped arms, but now chest is open towards the opposite direction, left knee still bent. Again, steady your gaze to steady your body where you're at right now. Reverse your warrior, reach that left arm all the way back. And side angle, left arm down, right arm high. Again, could be a different arm shape depending upon how it feels on this side of your body. Last breath here. And start to transition towards your lizard lunge. Again, walk that left foot out towards the outer edge, create space for your upper body, hands on the inside of your leg. And back knee can, again, be up or down. That's your personal preference. We're here for the exact same amount of time. And again, different challenges arise each time that we come into a pose, especially one that we've done before. Continuing to stay present, taking note again of how your mind might want to judge the experience. And of course, supporting yourself, knowing that our body gives us insights to shift in different ways. Maybe grabbing different props on this side compared to the other. Last breath here. And we're back towards plank pose or tabletop. Taking one more vinyasa, lower down, chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. To conclude today's practice, take your gaze forward and we'll hop or step through towards a seated forward fold. So setting up, maybe you want to grab your strap or your towel. The strap or towel can go around the balls of the feet. Lift your chest. Maybe you stay here with an upright spine or start to fold over your legs. Knees can stay bent or you can keep your legs straight. We'll take one more full round of breath. And slowly lift back up, release the strap and lower all the way down onto the back body. Give your knees a hug in towards your chest, big tight squeeze. We'll do one brief back bend. We'll move into bridge pose with or without your block. I'm going to be using a block today. We'll be here for about 3 to 5 breaths in bridge. If you're taking bridge, feet ground down, knees up, press the hips up. If you're using a block, place the block underneath the sacrum for support. Then those forearms are next toward your side body, grounded down towards the earth. Really uplifting the chest, opening up the collarbone here. Keep pressing down into your feet to root down into the mat. Take about 2 more breaths here. Last breath. Exhale, lower all the way down towards the ground. Give your knees another hug in toward your chest. And drop your knees towards the left side of your mat for your twist. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling, or feel free to gaze away from your bent knees. Again, just noticing some of the barriers that might be popping up to your own equanimity. That could be different thoughts, different emotions, how we might be pushing them away instead of inviting them in. Switch sides for your twist, opposite direction. Last breath here. Draw your knees back toward your chest. And Shavasana is where we meet. We won't be here long. So allowing yourself a time for relaxation and rejuvenation.